Modern Dude Chat is brought to you by Beard Supply. BeardSupply.com. All natural beard care grooming products for your beard. Stick around in the episode. There's a code for a nice little hefty discount at BeardSupply.com. Beard care for wildlife. Hey guys, welcome to the Modern Dude Chat podcast. We're your hosts, Cody and Chuck. Stick around. We've got another one.
On this episode of Modern Dude Chat, I mean Cody, has a fresh track. We're talking about the shit show that's going on Mount Everest, and we're continuing our series, this time with our favorite TV shows. So stick with us. We got a lot of good stuff. As always, check out the code that comes up for Beard Supply. Use the code at beardsupply.com. Get a nice little discount.
It's Father's Day weekend coming up.
Yeah, Father's Day weekend coming up.
Take advantage.
Take advantage of your gifts, and also know that we are taking the weekend off next week to spend with our families for Father's Day. So next week, we will not have a new episode. After this, we'll see you in 2 weeks. But we're moving on with that. Let's get into it. Breaking the speakers with that one.
I stole it, Chuck.
Yeah, that's all right. Still away. This is Modern Dude Chat.
We're back.
Back. I always want to sing. Back again.
We should. Let's just sing every time.
MDC.
Such a good singer, Chuck.
Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess
MDC,
who's back?
tell a friend?
Guess who's back?
I love it.
Oh, man. Okay.
What's up, man?
Nah, the episode's over. That's it. We're done. We ain't got nothing this week.
We lost a lot of listeners immediately.
Hey, if you left us by now, I'm sorry. Please
Actually,
come back.
That's not true, because we're getting a lot of new listeners, Chuck.
I'm not above begging.
Our numbers look good, man.
Yeah,
You
we're
wanna
strong.
talk numbers? No,
No.
just kidding. But hey, they're strong.
No, we do. We're improving every week.
You guys are awesome.
Yes.
Everybody, keep sharing with your friends.
Hey, you. Yes.
Shouting us out.
You listening
We're
right
talking
now.
about you.
Talking about you, man. Or lady.
Yeah.
Doing a fine job. Keep
Heck
it
yeah.
up. Tell your friends. Spread the word.
You guys are awesome.
All right.
Let's do this.
Yeah, man, we got to get rolling because we have, hey, we got a dude's night tonight.
Dude,
And
I'm super excited.
we're meeting up with an old friend we
Old
haven't seen in
friend.
a long time.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a good time. So we're already in a good mood and jacked.
What's cool about that is he is both of our longtime friends.
Oh, yeah.
So, man, it's going to be fun.
It's
I'm
probably been a
excited.
few years since we sat down and hung out
Could
with
get
him.
dangerous, but it's going to be fun.
The way he rolls it, he's master of peer pressure, so it could get crazy.
Man, yeah, don't even get. We could go on a rabbit hole there too. So many stories of that dude.
Oh, anyway, let's go ahead and kick it off, man. I'm ready to
do it.
drink.
Let's do it. You want to kick it off?
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, I have a fresh track.
You want to go fresh track?
No, let's go beer first. But I'm just letting you know, I got a solid fresh.
We got a
track
fresh
this week.
beer and a fresh track.
Yeah, I'm super excited
Okay.
about the fresh track.
Okay.
It's changed my life. This week. But let's start with
Did I
the
do
beer.
that? Did I do that right?
Yeah, something like that.
No,
Is that
I can't roll my R's. so
Cardi?
I'm screwed.
I can't either.
I'm screwed.
I think that's
Is that-
only she can do that.
Is that what the kid cools? Is that what the cool kids are doing?
I hope not.
Oh,
But yes, they are. Let's see here. All right. Beer feature, Chuck. You ready? This week, I have none other than Ballast Point Brewery out of San Diego, California. One of my favorite breweries. craft
from
breweries.
what the can tells me, they are dedicated to the craft.
They're dedicated to the craft. They've been around for a minute. I thoroughly enjoy any Ballast Point beer. I'm sure anybody that's into craft beers has seen this, is aware of it. Really cool brewery. I love the packaging, the branding, the beers. Obviously, is the top priority. And
Can pops.
yeah, the can pops on this one. So what I brought up here today is the Ballast Point Lager. It's got a nice design. I love the freaking
So is
design.
it so? I know Ballast Point, but I'm not
Yeah.
as familiar with them. Is this like their standard? Like this is their standard beer, or is this kind of little?
This is not. Honestly, this is unique. This is like a basic beer. To be
Okay,
honest.
so
This
it's
is
not
a
like the
lager.
go-to ballast. Like when someone
No,
says,
this is not a go-to. Your go-to would be like your Sculpin IPA.
okay.
Dude, they got so many other beers. I'm not going to go off.
No, I was just wondering, like, if this was like when someone says Ballast Point, like, are you thinking of this beer, or are you
Not
thinking
this
of
one.
okay,
No,
not this one?
IPAs typically. They have grapefruit IPAs. They got all kinds.
Well,
of stuff.
I do appreciate you bringing Ballast Point
A lager.
non-IPA
Yeah.
to the table.
Yeah, man. Well, the reason I brought this because I've never had it. So, and I'm not even sure when this came out. I'm not. This might be a new series. But anyways, it's the Ballast Point Lager. Really cool brewery. Packaging, marketing, branding is all great. Like I said, they primarily brew IPAs. That's what they're known for. Out of San Diego, California. This one rolls in at 4.2% alcohol by volume. Chuck, the can's pretty rad, right?
Yeah, no, red,
I like
white,
it.
red,
Yeah.
white, and blue.
Red, white, and blue. Yeah.
White, well, in this case, white, blue, red.
It's kind of like a
in that
matte
order.
white finish.
Yeah, no, it's good.
At the bottom of the can, it says bright, refreshing, and fit for adventure.
All right.
Which, when I saw that, I just
And they're very
Loved it.
proud of the fact that it's only 99 calories, because that
99
is
calories, yeah.
on loud and proud at
Hey.
the top of the can.
and it's got 3.5. Let's see, carbs.
Okay, no, we're getting healthy on you. Watch out.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Blah 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 blah.
Blah,
So,
blah, blah.
anyways,
All right, let's do it.
lager, bright, refreshing. Chuck,
Ballast-
I have a feeling you're gonna like this.
The
one.
Ballast Point Lager.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Ooh, crisp, nice crisp
Yeah.
pop.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
You can get down on that.
Yeah, for
I know
real.
you- I know
Yeah,
you can.
this is like a when you think of like a. I don't want to put them in the same category, but you know, like your standard, but like your Coors Light, your
That's
Bud
what they're shooting
Light,
for, yeah.
Coors. Yeah, this is like your standard.
Pilsner lager.
This is from a craft brewery, but I wouldn't say it's a typical
It's a basic,
craft beer.
It's a basic beer.
No,
Yeah.
it's basic, but it's good.
It's good. Damn
It's good. So
All right.
good.
Shout out to Ballast.
That'll roll nicely this episode.
Heck yeah.
So okay, nice. So that's the fresh beer. Let me know about the fresh track.
Oh man.
All
right.
Before you start, I just want everyone to know Cody is super pumped. Like I
sorry, dude.
don't think I've seen him this excited about a fresh track, album, whatever.
I get
yet.
excited about music. I get so excited
He's-
about music.
He's been talking about it for 2 days.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let you go now. I'm just Cody's amped.
I'm amped, yeah, and I have been for the past week because I don't know how I didn't hear about this band until now, but I finally know this band and I've been listening to them nonstop. A buddy of mine told me about them this week. So, fresh track of the week. My favorite. I mean, honestly, the entire album, both albums are phenomenal, in my opinion. I'm talking about Greta Van Fleet. This band, if you haven't heard of them, go check them out. You're gonna love it. They right off the bat, it's gonna be a sound that you'll recognize the sound because they sound really, really similar to Led Zeppelin.
It's throwback.
It's like a modern day Led Zeppelin.
When you started playing it, I thought it was.
It was not of this era.
Yeah, no, I thought it was like new music from an old band.
Okay.
Like that's what I thought. Like I didn't know it was like
Yeah.
young kids.
Older
doing it.
style.
Yeah, no, I thought
Yeah.
I thought it was like unreleased album from one of those great rock bands.
Okay,
Like that's
nice.
what I thought.
That's awesome.
When you first
That's
played
why
it.
I didn't tell you the band name or anything about it when I played it because I just wanted a natural reaction from you.
Like
That's good feedback.
I pictured myself rolling in the car, windows down in the summer, just blasting away.
Nice. That's what I've been doing.
That's
dude.
where I was at when you played it.
I've been blaring this shit, dude. So, anyways, Greta Van Fleet. So, this band consists of a bunch of 20-year-olds, early 20-year-olds, and 3 of them are brothers. So, the lead singer, bassist, and lead guitar, they're all brothers, and then you got a drummer. Dude, this band is unbelievable. The talent is unbelievable. I am like, I'm still like trying to figure out why I haven't heard of this band because I'm usually pretty up on music.
Cody's just
I'm so
I'm
jazzed
gonna paint a picture for you. While he's talking, his eyes are closed. He's got the biggest shit-eating grin on his face, like he's just closing his eyes, just in heaven right
It's
now.
been a life-changing week, dude. I love new music, and I have just been jamming out, dude, all week.
Cody has found something to touch his soul this week.
It has. It's literally touched my soul. I've shared it with my son. I'm like, get on this because this is going to be a popular band. Like,
so Greta Van Fleet. Did I say that right?
Greta or Greta? Yeah,
Greta.
Fleet.
And then the 2 albums you've been listening to are...
2 albums, 2017 released and 2018 most recent released album.
Okay.
Unbelievable. All the way through.
Do you got the names of the albums, or that's just what they're called?
I can pull them up. Yeah, sorry. All right. One is called, the 2017 album is called From the Fires. Dude, and the artwork on these is just great, too. That's what drew me in immediately, just figuring these guys out. And then the most recent 2018 released album is called Anthem of the Peaceful Army.
Okay.
Check them out. They are on the Woodstock lineup. One of the bands that we didn't know at the time. I didn't know. And then when I found out about this band this week, I immediately went to that Woodstock lineup, and they're at the top.
Okay.
Freaking
I don't
top.
want to tell off too far, just like a yes or no.
Yeah.
Is Woodstock canceled?
No, it's not.
They got it back.
They're bringing it back. I know there was some talk about it being canceled.
Oh my gosh.
They came back and said, we're figuring this shit out, and we're going to make it happen.
Okay.
So
they're still on the lineup.
still in the lineup.
Perfect.
But anyways, immediately when you listen to this, you're going to think Led Zeppelin, okay? And they're getting a lot of backlash for that. A lot of people are saying, they're just, they sound like Led Zeppelin on purpose, and they're just making money, quick.
Well, it ain't a cover band, I can tell you that.
It's not a cover band, dude. It's original written songs, and it is unbelievable, man. The style sounds like Led Zeppelin, but they're super. You can't take away the fact that they're super talented as 20-year-olds. It's phenomenal. Anyways, go listen to both of those albums. I have been jazzed and pumped about it all week,
and
I'm still on cloud nine.
We think we found a semi-temporary solution to our music problem.
Okay.
Because me and you are like, so there's so many issues, copyright and whatnot with putting music on the podcast. So
yeah,
Cody's going to drop some of their songs on our Instagram account this week.
Totally.
So if you want to go listen.
It'll be in our Instagram story.
Yes, but we've also made a separate category that's up all the time, so we'll drop it in our music, fresh tracks.
Yeah, the highlight.
Yeah, the highlights.
Yeah.
So we'll you want to listen?
It out. Make sure you turn the volume up when you view that story. Otherwise, you won't hear the music. A lot of times, if you don't turn your volume up or click
Cody's
on
putting
the
actual
story,
music on.
I'm going to put the actual music on our story
at Modern Dude Chat. So if you want a little preview, go check out the Instagram.
All I gotta say is, if you haven't heard of Greta Van Fleet, get ready to get your freaking mind blown. I'm not kidding. Boom.
All right. So let's roll on to the next thing.
I could go on about them, but I'm not.
So
let's do it.
When we were prepping for this week, we always bounce topics off, and I finished. We were texting last night, and I was like, dude, we need to talk about the shit show that's going on Mount Everest.
Oh, it's crazy.
And you were kind of aware.
I heard bits and pieces.
When we were going over it right before we started, I don't even know where to begin.
Because you gained some new knowledge on it as well, right?
Yeah, I knew most of what was going on, but even like reading the final details before we started, I was like, dude, this gets better. Well, I said better and better at the time, but
it gets worse.
It's probably worse. Yeah. Like, it's better and better, like, as in, this is a terrible story, and it won't stop.
It's a terrible situation.
Like, there's so many more information coming out.
Yeah.
So, Mount Everest, 29,000 feet, highest peak in the world.
Yeah.
People, I mean, it's just like...
You would say it's a tourist attraction at this point, right?
Well, it's turned into that. But it's one of those things, like... bucket list, like epic top, that's just one of them things most people don't get the chance to do.
Yeah.
And only a few people do get to experience. Yeah. So in climbing Mount Everest, the jet stream, the weather conditions, there's only a very, very minuscule window to climb Everest. And usually it's only like 2 or 3 days in May. Well, the weather has been fairly decent this year, I guess. So in May, they just had this rush of people climbing Mount Everest.
Crazy.
All at the same time. And the estimates, I think they said, was around 300 people are scaling, like on Everest, climbing, or we're climbing Everest in May.
I want to stop you there. Has anybody said why that is? Or is it just a culture change and people are trying to when you first tell me that, I'm like, that's freaking awesome because people are getting outside and they're wanting to go do stuff out.
It's not
in
cheap.
nature, and it's bucket list type item,
It's not cheap. I think used to back in the day, it was only the experienced, best of the best climbers do Everest.
Yeah.
And now it has become more of like a tourist thing.
Yeah.
Like part of the problem, which we'll get to what's going on up there, is that the country is handing out so many permits, and there's not like, from what I understand, there's barely any rules. Like if we had the money, if we had I think it's like $10,000 or whatever to is what will get your permit and your gear.
Yeah.
If we had $10,000, we could just go over there right now.
And a guide?
Yeah, you get a guide.
Plus
you
a
go up
guide.
in groups. I mean, it's like a crazy climb, but it's tourist attraction now. So if you have the money and the time, someone will take you up Everest.
But is there anything that's pointing to like this is why so many people are going now, or is it just a random?
It's just more.
People are
more.
Just doing
It's just more accessible.
Okay.
It's just and you.
I have so much I want to go in.
People are just
that could be like social media's influencing that.
Just realizing that wait, we can. Someone will take me up there, even though I've only climbed like 2 cliffs.
I'm gonna make a judgment right now.
Okay.
I seriously think social media probably plays into that.
I will tell you at one point in the story, I think it has a big influence.
Okay.
And we'll get there right now.
Okay.
So
I'm just trying to figure out why so many people are going all the time.
I think it's just the accessibility. It's
Okay.
not as closed off, and like it's not just this niche thing now. It's if you are an outdoorsman, you hike, you can climb, and you have the money, someone will take you up Everest.
Okay.
So if basically if you have the money and the time, you can find a way on Everest.
Nice.
So the peak is 29,000 feet. That's where everyone's trying to get to. You want to get to the tip top,
Tallest
take
point
your
in the world,
picture,
right?
put your flag. I've been here, right? Problem is
Social media.
At 26,000 feet, 26,000 to 29,000 is called the death zone because the oxygen levels are so low that they cannot naturally sustain life.
Jeez.
So in that 3,000 foot gap, it's called the death zone. So when you're climbing Everest, you have base camps on the mountain, and basically you climb with tents because it's not just like a day climb. You know, you're up there for a few days, and when you get towards the peak, you have your base camp, and you have to strip most of your gear to get to the peak. You basically only bring the essentials, and you only bring enough oxygen to get up and get back down because you get lightheaded. It's a struggle, so you can't carry everything. So the problem with 300 people climbing Everest at the same time with limited supplies is
especially in that
that-
last part, right?
yeah, in that last
3,000
the 3,000 is
or not miles, the
feet. Yeah. It's the death zone.
miles.
What has happened is there's so many people on the mountain at the same points on the mountain. There's essentially a traffic jam in the death zone.
Oh my!
Because
how's that even
it's not like a king of the mountain situation where there's so many paths you can go. There's like one path.
Yeah, up and down,
300 people are going up this one path
and then coming down that same.
and coming down the same path. And someone took a picture. You can find it on the internet.
Chuck showed me this picture before the podcast. It's unbelievable.
There's literally people are waiting in line to get to the peak. So it's the picture they said is about 100 people long, just standing on the edge of the earth waiting to get to the highest point.
At that point, like, what's the point?
Here's where I say social media is coming into it, is because if that's me and the thing is, so what you need to understand is they're waiting in line with oxygen tanks. They're not just standing
that is
around breathing
supposed to
air.
last.
Their gear is designed to get them to the peak, get them back down to safety. People are standing around waiting in line, and they're using their oxygen and their supplies just to wait.
And probably waiting on somebody to take a damn picture at the top.
That's the thing. So there's a 100-person line in the death zone, and basically what you're doing is you're trying to get to the peak of Everest, take your picture, put your flag, and that's essentially what you're waiting. If it's a life or death situation, I feel like if I climbed Everest and I'm 50 yards from the peak and there's a line, I'm like, oh, this is fantastic. Someone take my picture right here. Snap, I'm out of here. See you guys at the bottom if you make it back.
Right.
Dude, but no, people are literally
Insane.
dying to get that top of the mountain picture or
So
experience.
stupid. That's so stupid.
So 11 people have died in May.
That kind of aggravates me because you probably have climbers that are legit passionate about doing that, and then you have your crew that has never climbed a mountain in their life, never climbed anything,
Yeah.
and they're spending money to go up there to take a fucking picture.
Well, people are dying and causing a cluster F up there, and the experienced climbers are saying there's too many permits, and there's too many permits for inexperienced climbers up there.
Yeah.
So you have people, because up there you have to have your senses. You're not 100% because the air's thin. You have gear. There's some spots where you can only go one person at a time or in a single file. So you have to have your wits about you. And you got inexperienced people up there making bad decisions. So that's what. So 11 people have died in May, and it's all because they're standing in line. They're waiting.
Unbelievable.
And part of the problem is that, like I said, there's some points where it's single file line. People are getting to the peak. They turn back around and can't get back down the mountain because of the crowd. They're begging. There was one description I read.
That's terrible.
Where there's people coming down the mountain begging and pleading for people to move out of the way so they can get back down.
That's terrible.
And that's where you're finding.
How is that a bucket list enjoyable?
It can't be, because I imagine it is much more chaotic than what's being painted. Because if there's a single file line for 20 people and 10 people are going to die before they cross that line, how many people are going to start screaming and fighting and, hey, get the F out of the way, I'm worth more money than this, or I got this to get. People are going to start fighting and pushing people around on this mountain to get back down, because basically for every essentially,
life or death situation.
If there's 300 people on the mountain, let's say 10 have died in May. So you're talking rough math, three or four for every 100 people that go up the mountain. So if you're let's say 1 in 50 dies, 50 people are waiting to get past this one point. One of you going to die.
Yeah.
You're fighting. I'm fighting over that. I ain't going to be the one. It ain't going to be me.
No, I'm not even going, because that sounds miserable.
No, yeah. So it's. We just haven't got to it. This just blow my mind reading.
Well, I'm glad that people are talking about this now and making it aware. Like, hey, Mount Everest is basically overpopulated at this point. Stop coming, because apparently whoever's passing out permits has no restrictions. They're just passing out permits.
Yeah.
That's, to me,
because that's how the country
red flag
is getting money, is they're selling permits.
The best way to fix this is to restrict your permits and only allow a certain amount of permits at a time.
Well, here's even more interesting. So,
like, you should have a check-in, right? This many people are on the mountain at this time, and nobody else can go until somebody else comes back and checks out.
Well, that's the thing, is you seriously have like 4 days of climbing weather in the year to get up Everest.
Well,
so
sorry, like,
it needs to be regulated.
It needs to be regulated.
But so here's some stats. So,
or just don't go.
The estimate of people that have died on the mountain in total trying to climb it is greater than 300 since basically in the last 100 years when people started climbing.
That's crazy.
Would you like to know when last year there was a year with no deaths on the mountain?
I bet a long time ago.
1977.
Wow.
And that was only because 2 people climbed the mountain in 1977, and they made it back down.
Yeah.
Since 1977, at least one person has died on Mount Everest every year.
Wow. That's crazy. It's become a tourist attraction, basically. I mean, that's what it is.
And then 11 people have died
and that
this
is
year.
not a tourist attraction.
And from the stats, the rough stats, I didn't really break it down, but it looks like the deaths have been increasing year by year because there's more people and there's more inexperienced people. So I don't know. We haven't got to it. And I've been listening and kind of keeping up with it. It just freaking blows my mind that people are that stupid and ignorant.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I'm checking out. If I think I'm going to die, if I wanted to climb it and I'm 100 yards from the top, 50 yards from the top, and there's a line and people are acting like crazy people, I'm like, hey, this is great. Take my picture. I'm out of here. I made it. I'm claiming it. I made it to the top.
I have
Because
to.
you're not going to get like a T-shirt. Like no, you don't get a free T-shirt. I made it to the top,
Yeah,
or a coin or something.
You get a picture.
You get a picture.
You get to talk about it. You get bragging rights. And I understand.
300. So 300 people.
I bet that many people are potentially passionate about climbing Mount Everest, or even passionate about climbing, but that's too many people. If you're waiting in a line,
So if
to
all
get up the mountain, then it doesn't make sense.
If all 300 people make it to the mountain this year, and I'm one of those 300, how many people are in the world? 6 billion.
Yeah.
Only 299 other people are going to know that I did not make it to the top of the mountain. I'll take those odds. I made it, suckers. I'm out of here. I'm going home. That's how, I mean, I don't care.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, well, 299, at least 10 of them aren't going to make it back down.
Crazy
So
situation, man. It needs to be regulated. The
It's like-
permits need to be regulated.
whatever that syndrome is, that you just have to do it this way, and you have to do it for the gram, or you just have to be. You have to do it this way.
Yeah.
But it's it's life or death. That's stupid.
No
People
doubt,
are not
no
making-
doubt social media has played.
People are
into
not
this.
making smart decisions up there.
Well, yeah,
So
and it's because they just want that picture on their social media.
So yeah, go visit Mount Everest. Let us know how it is. Would you wait in that line?
I would not.
So no, I
So
wouldn't.
We want to hear your reaction.
It's probably something easy to say right here, but if you're climbing it, it's like I don't know.
I don't know either, man.
Stupid. It is stupid.
Okay, so I'm not a climber, so I'm not going unless I'm passionate about climbing. But anyways,
I've seen enough movies to know climbing Mount Everest is a bad idea.
lots of movies, lots of TV
So,
shows too. Lots of TV
shows.
Speaking of, that's
So
a nice segue.
we're yeah, that was perfect. We are starting. We started our new kind of series we're going to go over. Where last time we did the top media platforms we listened to. Check out. Cody's double fisting beers over here. He can't decide which one he wants. And so we broke it down overall last time. So now we're going to start digging in. And this week, we're just doing the old classic TV.
We're going to start with TV. I feel
When we get to watch TV.
yeah.
Actual cable TV.
And decide to watch TV.
Satellite TV. Yeah, what are we watching?
Yeah.
So
You got a list, I got a list.
yeah, we won't do this in any formal kind of
This is
thing.
not formal.
It's
Modern Day
basic.
Chat is not formal.
It's
in
basically
any
a
formal
top
fashion.
10, but we won't be like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1.
Yeah.
So we'll just bunch it up.
Okay.
So looking at my list, this is how my list sums up. It's mostly reality television. I watch what I call, me and my wife love watching what I refer to as junk TV.
Which is a lot of TV period these days, right?
Yeah, but like this is so here's I'm going to group 3 together that I love watching. I'm hooked on. One's called The Curse of Oak Island.
Never heard of it.
This is on the History Channel.
Okay.
And basically,
Solid channel.
there's an island. Oak Island is off the coast of Nova Scotia, and the legend is that there's treasure buried on, like, people have been searching for it for 200 years. So there's old people searching for it. Like they're finding like old searcher equipment and whatnot up there. So anyway, they're digging for gold, and it's like 4 or 5 seasons in, and they're just now getting to some really juicy stuff. They found a bunch of old coins and jewelry, but they haven't found the treasure yet.
Yeah.
And my wife quit watching it with me because she's like, they're never gonna find anything. This is so dumb. But like this last season was like legit crazy. Like they found
Gold Rush. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, well, that's what they're searching for.
Mining for gold.
Yeah, but this
They're
is
not
like
mining,
treasure. They're like digging up old. They're looking through old documents. They're using state-of-the-art metal detecting and all that, and they're looking in specific spots where like old ledgers and books like from Europe and stuff. Because the overwhelming theory is that the Templars from Europe brought gold and treasure over and buried their wealth on this island so they could always go back and get
It's
it.
never been found.
No, alleged pieces have been found in like stones and different things,
Okay.
but no, it has not been found yet.
Okay.
And so that's what started this, and then it spun off to like kind of what I would call like, I don't know, side series or something, which is search for Civil War gold. So there's a theory that the Confederate gold never made it. Like these Union soldiers stole it and kept it. So this group of guys who are actually linked to the Oak Island people are going through documents and finding relatives where the story's been passed down. And so they're searching in the U.S. for basically the old Confederate gold that has rumored to be out there but never found.
Crazy.
So,
I mean, that sounds that's super interesting.
and that one's cool too because again, this last season they found some really interesting stuff, like two dudes from farmers came back from the war and started like two of the biggest banks in the country at the time, and they're like, how did they get their money? And they're the ones that are rumored to have captured the president of the Confederacy, who supposedly had that gold at the time. So it's really interesting.
Okay.
It's basically History Channel. And then the new one that just started is Lost Gold. It's on Treasure Hunt. Lost Gold of World War II, which in World War II, the Japanese looted basically East Asia. And, they fought in tunnels. They dug tunnels and fought out of mountain tunnels back in the war, right? Nice. And when they knew they were getting taken over, they allegedly stole or hid and buried all of their treasures and all their loot in the mountains and blew the tunnels up to close them. But they did. There's ancient maps where they use old techniques like stone carvings and built use natural structures to kind of, so if anyone ever came back, they could.
This is like a milestone or
it's look for a if a circle with a dot in the middle means there's a treasure buried here. If a bear is scribbled on the rock, that's a booby trap. They booby trapped the mountains too. So
that's crazy.
Have
they ran into any still working booby traps?
No, but they have found ones
how
that
cool
they have found some that have eroded. They found buried grenades and tripwires that have the explosive component. Everything was intact.
Yeah,
but the
not operational.
The humidity and the moisture that's in that area eroded the ignition device away.
Insane. What if one of those ignited?
No, but they have a bomb expert, a historical bomb.
I don't know why. This probably sounds terrible, but I think it'd be awesome to see a grenade go off or a booby trap go off.
Well, and it sucks because it was one of those where I'm watching. I was like, "This is dumb." It was just edited dumb.
Yeah.
But of course, the last episode of the first season, they found the tunnel to finally get in the mountain. So it's great. I gotta wait till next year.
Yeah, of course.
So anyway, that's kind of what I'm into.
That's reality
to get
TV.
Started is History Channel. I love real history and almost investigative history. And I didn't put it on the list, but because the show's over. But there was a 3-season show called I can't remember what it was called, but basically, the government's been declassifying all these files and whatnot. And they found out that all the top intelligence agencies of the world were still tracking and looking for Adolf Hitler after he supposedly committed suicide in the bunker.
I watched that.
I
don't remember the name of that, but
crazy.
I did watch that. That was a really good series.
Yes. And they found Nazi hideouts in South America. And they basically figured out how they moved out with no one. And
shit, dude, I watched that.
And at the end of the series, what it comes down to, whether you believe it or not, is why in the world would the CIA, whatever the England one, all the top intelligence, why would they be keeping tabs on possible Hitler sightings if he was dead?
Right, exactly. I watched that series.
That's the stuff I watch on TV.
It blew my mind.
That's the stuff I watch on TV.
I can't remember the name of that either. We'll have to figure that out. But anyways, let's move through this list, Chuck.
Yeah,
we're on a time crunch.
Yeah, we are.
To go get
sauced.
Sauced. No.
What do you got? We'll go back and forth.
So Cooking Channel.
Okay.
Do you watch Cooking Channel at all?
At the holidays, because we like the holiday baking championships.
I mentioned this before. I guarantee you haven't seen this yet. Man, Fire, Food. Ever watched it?
No.
Oh my gosh, Chuck. You're going to love it. It's about barbecue.
Okay.
Basically, this chef runs around to all the different barbecue joints throughout the nation, and he visits and kind of dives into, how they cook their barbecue. His name is Roger Mooking. He's a chef. Really cool show. I think it's fairly new. But anyways, Man, Fire, Food is what it's called. He runs around to a bunch of different barbecue joints. And actually, he's been to quite a few here in Texas, which is really a lot of barbecue joints that are really close by to us. Austin, Fort Worth, Dallas. He's been there.
So I watched some other barbecue shows, but not
Dude,
that one.
You're gonna like it.
Okay.
It's strictly barbecue. How they smoke the meat, the methods, the seasoning. It's
So
so
I watch.
awesome.
That's when I just catch it. I don't like record or nothing, but when like Pitmasters is on,
Yes, yeah.
I watch Pitmasters.
Check out Man Fire Food.
Okay.
And then also, in the same vein, as far as cooking channel, I watch Burgers, Brew, and Q. They basically do the same thing.
Okay. See,
They go around to a bunch of different burger joints, barbecue, local breweries.
See, I
really
watch,
cool stuff.
as far as barbecue, I watch Pitmasters, and then as far as like what you're kind of talking about, I watch what they call Triple D, which is
Okay.
diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Yes.
So what's Guy Fieri?
Yeah.
Love it. Now,
What about Food Truck Nation? Have you ever watched
I have
that?
not seen
God,
Food
so
Truck Nation.
good.
I watched the Carnival one where
So
they go
freaking good.
when they go to like fairs
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and eat all the fair food.
So I'm gonna stay on this one more. I got one more. Like I watch a lot of cooking stuff. When I watch like basic cable, if that's what you want to call it, DirecTV, I'm watching a lot of cooking stuff. The last one on that list is Master Chef. Huge fan.
Master Chef.
And Junior, Master Chef Junior.
Okay, no, I know which one you're talking about now. We started
One
watching
of my
that
favorite
one
shows.
because Hell's Kitchen
Yes.
is like I will watch
Same
Hell's
guy.
Kitchen. Yeah.
Same guy.
And
Master Chef is.
I kind of fell off on Master Chef, but the first couple seasons I did watch were great.
I love Master Chef, and I love Junior Master Chef.
That one's cool.
The kids cooking, like those kids are phenomenal.
But let's be honest. I tune in to watch Ramsey be a complete dick. And he's the biggest one.
But he can't be to those kids.
He can't be to Master Chef because it's all home cooked, so
Yeah.
he can't be too harsh.
Yeah.
That's why I like Hell's Kitchen because he's just beating the crap out of professionals.
He shows you his softer side when those kids are cooking because he can genuinely see like these kids are amazing.
Oh, yeah.
You can't deny that. So like he'll kind of be hard on them a little bit, but it's like, dude, you can't deny these kids are freaking amazing.
He's one of my YouTube finds. Is I go and find him on YouTube when he's not like what I would call in character. He seems like the coolest dude on the planet when
Hands
he's
down.
not in character.
I'm gonna save what I was about to say for the YouTube series.
Okay.
Because there's a show that he was on. It was awesome.
If we're probably thinking about the same thing.
Probably.
So,
but anyways, cooking.
well, good.
Man Fire Food.
Okay.
Master Chef, Burgers, Brew and Q, and Food Truck Nation.
So before I get into my actual reality junk TV, I got kind of speaking of food.
Okay.
2 similar shows
Okay, let's hear it.
that I've watched from the beginning Deadliest Catch.
Okay,
I've watched from the beginning.
Really?
And
I have watched that. But
what's
I haven't
crazy
kept up with it.
is there's a guy that's now a boat captain who owned his own boat. And it's how long I've been watching. I can remember when he was a greenhorn and he first started, first came on his first boat.
Pulling nets up on the boat.
Pulling the
crap.
baskets and he's basically, greenhorns are the new guys.
Yeah.
And I remember when he came on the boat as a greenhorn and now he's 10 years later, he's running his own boat.
That's awesome.
So it's crazy. If you stick with something and they run it that long,
Heck
you get
yeah.
to see some cool stuff.
That's really cool.
And then also a newer show is called Wicked Tuna.
Okay.
And so Deadliest Catch, they're catching crab in Alaska.
Yeah.
Wicked Tuna is they're catching tuna, bluefin tuna, on rod and reel off the coast of Massachusetts. And with that one, you can only catch like 3 fish a day.
Yeah.
And then later in the season, you can only catch 1 a day.
Is that the limit?
Yeah, that's the limit.
Okay.
Because they are kind of like a protected species. So you can only fish them a certain amount,
Yeah.
a certain quantity, and a certain amount of time during the year, right?
Okay.
But this latest season, one fish. I think the highest point on the fish was $17,000 for one fish.
What?
Usually the standard ones are anywhere between $3,000 and $5,000 per fish.
Yeah.
But you get those big ones with like quality meat because they
So,
show
and restaurants are buying those up, right?
they're basically shipping them to like Japan.
Okay.
Like shipping them to Asia.
Yeah.
For like sushi and raw, they're caught for like the
Somebody's
raw meat.
paying serious money for that tuna.
Oh yeah, because when they bring it in to the dock, because you basically catch 2, you take them back, and then you go back as you go in, and it's constant in and out, in and out. And when you drop them off, they cut a piece out of the tail, so they look for like fat and oil content. Just looking at it, and then they like shove a big needle in the back of it, and what they call a core sample, and just like. Basically a little strip, like a teeny, it almost looks like a little uncooked piece of Slim Jim.
Yeah.
And they see what the color is. And depending on, like, the fish, we could catch the same size fish, but if the meat quality is not good, my fish could be 17 grand, yours can be 5.
That's crazy.
So it's really, I don't know. And
that's intriguing. I mean, that's huge.
Fishermen are just a different breed anyway. So I just like watching their interactions on the boat. They're freaking crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, so I like the fishing shows. Wicked Tuna.
I'm gonna have to check out Wicked Tuna. That's cool.
And I think season 8's going on right now. Like it's tail end of this season, but.
Wow.
But I've been binge watching
a lot of seasons
because I missed the beginning of it, so I've been catching up.
Sweet.
So I'll let you go,
and go next. All right.
Then I'm going to wrap up the rest.
So I don't when I watch TV, I don't watch a whole lot of TV, but I'm specific to a few channels. Cooking channel being one of them, like I already mentioned. Real quick, I'm just going to say ESPN, NBCSN Sports. That's where I watch my sports, and NBCSN is where I watch my Premier League on Saturday, Sunday
all these
mornings.
Other shows are like side content. We basically have satellite so we can watch sports.
Yeah, exactly.
We just didn't want to say, hey, we just watch sports.
Legit have satellite so I can watch sports, and primarily watch ESPN and like I said, NBCSN for Premier League stuff. So this is the other channel that I watched a lot, and that's Discovery. Those shows would be Fast and Loud, which is Gas Monkey, here in Dallas, Texas. Diesel Brothers. You ever watch that?
No, I don't watch the car shows.
So what? I am not a car guy.
The last car show I watched was Pimp My Ride. So
no way.
I'm not a car person. So.
I'm not either, but I am infatuated with it for some reason. But yeah, I watch Fast and Loud, Diesel Brothers, and Shifting Gears, which is Aaron Kaufman used to be. He used to work for Gas Monkey.
Okay.
And then left and started his own shop. It's called Arclight Fab in Dallas. It's also in Dallas. Really cool shop. But anyways, he has his own show now. It's called Shifting Gears.
Okay.
I'm into those. For whatever reason, I think it's awesome, especially Diesel Brothers. The shit that they build is phenomenal. It's insane. You would like it. Just not even being a car guy, you would like it. I'm not a car guy, and I like it.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm just going to finish my list.
Yeah, finish yours, and I'll finish mine.
I got 2 more. Moonshiners, which is on Discovery as well. Freaking awesome.
Oh, is that where they're like making it in the woods in like West Virginia?
Yes.
I've watched that.
I love that show.
I'm into that one. That one's funny.
Moonshiners and then Treehouse Masters. You ever watch Treehouse Masters?
No.
God. Sorry, I just banged on the table. I love Treehouse Masters, dude.
What is that?
He builds amazing treehouse. Pete Nelson.
Pete, hey, way to go, Pete.
Dude, and he has, I don't even know how many seasons he's got going now, but I can't believe you never watched Treehouse Masters. Dude, it's awesome.
No,
he builds the most amazing tree houses. He has a crew.
Well, as far as that thing, we don't record or nothing, but like if we sit down and catch it, we'll watch like the house hunting, like Alaska house hunting, and like beach house hunting.
Yeah.
And I don't know, or we do like epic RVs.
Okay.
And epic little houses.
Yeah. Okay, that's good stuff. I like.
So we watch that, but I have not seen the Treehouse.
Watch Treehouse Masters. I cannot believe you haven't watched that.
I'm writing that down.
You would love
Treehouse Masters.
Treehouse Masters is legit.
Okay.
Pete Nelson's he's hilarious. He's funny, and he has a crew that works with him. It's the same crew that he's had for a while. He's built a treehouse for Angry Orchard cider.
Yeah.
He built a treehouse for their actual cidery. Tons of like beautiful. I'm talking like these are beautiful tree houses that basically are houses in the tree.
Okay.
Like it's legit. Anyways, that's all I've got.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
So
we're running short on time.
Yeah. No, I'm going to round out my TV with my reality TV, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
So last 3 shows we watch. One is Big Brother. I don't know. Do you ever watch Big Brother?
Seen it a long time ago.
I didn't watch it until I got with my wife and like her family. Like it's now like a family event. Like all of us watch Big Brother. Sometimes we'll watch together. We're always texting and talking about it.
That sounds funny.
And so and it's only a summer show. Like it only comes on from, I think it starts in June and runs to like August.
Nice.
So summertime, like we've been on Florida vacation or just vacation in general when it's on, and we're like, okay, everyone knows Wednesday night is Big Brother night, so we're ordering pizza and everyone goes to whoever's condo, and that's where we're watching Big Brother. So we're into Big Brother big time.
Which is, real quick, run through that.
So Big Brother is they take, usually it's about 14, 15 people.
Okay.
They move them into a house.
Yeah.
And the house is flooded with cameras.
Okay.
And they have to live, they
Which
turn
is the Big Brother term, right?
Yeah, that you always have
You're
eyes
always being
watching
watched,
them, right?
yeah.
And they have to turn in their phone so they don't know anything that's going on in the outside world. They don't get to talk to anybody but themselves. And they can't leave the house. So they're secluded for 3 months in this house.
You think legit they don't have their phones out?
They
right?
don't.
They don't.
They don't. Because there was one, like the guy was from, oh man, I can't remember. A sporting event was going on.
Yeah.
And the dude was like big into it and he couldn't watch it and like didn't know what had happened.
Okay.
Till he got out.
3 months isn't too long. It's not terrible.
No. And it's in the summer, so you don't miss a lot of going on during the summer, but they don't. Because they also do, they cut the shows. It's 3 shows. It's a Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday show.
Okay.
Because it's all like live in real time. So the stuff they're showing you is what happened the previous week in the house. Because they play games, they vote people out. Winner at the end gets $500,000. So it's like Survivor inside a house.
Yeah.
And you can't leave or nothing. So I don't know. It's a lot of like mind games, and it's like a huge.
Who's on my side?
It's like a huge psychological experiment, and I'm into people watching them because they can start losing their minds. They start melting down
Watching
and going
people
crazy. Yeah, because you get down and you're just in the same house, same 10 people. You cannot. You don't get your own room. It's like 6 people to a room. The only time you can get a room is if you win what they call HOH, head of household. And for that week, if you're head of household, you get the upstairs apartment, which is like bath, shower, bed, all that. There's no TV, no phones. And then like every week they may get like a new thing. Or it may be more loose now, but used to like after 6 weeks, they'd get, baseball and some gloves. They'd get like...
You don't even have those?
Now you get like gym in the backyard. There's a little mini pool.
Yeah.
There's a pool table, and upstairs there's like a chessboard or something. But that's like pretty much it. And then they'll every now and then they'll give them like an extra stuff, or they'll have they like after a few weeks they start getting beer and liquor delivered to them. So, but anyway, Big Brother, huge into it. That's awesome. That's probably our number one reality. That's have to watch.
Okay.
And the other one is, as far as me and my wife goes, which is kind of a callback to our younger years, just keep going, is MTV The Challenge.
I have to admit, every now and then I'll tune into MTV just to see what's going on.
And it started because
that Teen Mom OG.
That would be on my wife's list, not mine, because I just think that whole premise is dumb. No, but like when I was younger, I can remember watching Real World when it started. And that's where the challenge came from, is that when it first started,
that's good stuff.
There used to be 2 different shows way back in the day, like late 90s. There was Real World, which is strangers living together and going out. Then there was Road Rules, which is same thing, but they're in an RV and they're traveling doing stuff. And then they did Real World versus Road Rules Challenge. And now it's just turned into The Challenge, and Real World and all that's kind of gone away.
Yeah.
But
unfortunately, which
they're bringing Real World back.
Are they?
A new one's about to start up again.
Because I think another a knockoff came out. It's called Floribama. Did you ever watch that?
We love it.
Okay. I did. So well, because I did tune into that.
Because Jersey Shore was like basically the new Real World, and Floribama.
Yeah.
Shore
got some classics,
is basically a spin, kind of. It's similar to Jersey Shore, except it's Southern people. It's people from Alabama and Florida, basically, and they go and stay in the Destin area. Is where they're hanging out, Fort Walton and whatnot. But anyway, we love the challenge because they still have some of the older people. Like I remember when Johnny Bananas has become like a pretty big star off the show.
CT?
CT's a pretty big star, but they're like legends now. But Johnny Bananas even has his own show, like on Saturday nights or something after one of the late shows. So he has it comes on after SNL, or it did for a while. But he has like his own like adventure show where he goes off and does crazy stuff.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So I can't remember the name of it, but anyway, so he's kind of turned into a pretty big star. And then the last couple of years they've done Challenge All Stars versus athletes. So like the first season, like T.O. was, so it was CT versus T.O. And they're just jaw jacking T.O.'s punk ass actually walked off the show because CT was getting all up in his head.
No way.
And then he started trash talking CT, and CT was like, "Yeah, well, at least I didn't squander like $80 million." And I know where all my money's at.
Whoa.
Like, and T.O. got pissed and
I like
left.
CT.
CT's a beast.
He is a beast.
And he's probably my all-time favorite.
Like, he's ready to scrap
So
anytime.
I just want to throw this story out real quick because so CT took a break because he was a hothead like tank
back
in the day.
For sure.
And he did have to take a break from the show. And
Used to
that's
get in
when
a lot of
my youngest sister-in-law, she was young when CT was on. And then like when she started like around graduating high, the last few years, she started watching again.
Yeah.
And she'd be talking about the new people and, oh, this person. And I would tell her, I said, listen, you probably heard them talk about him on the show.
Yeah.
There's this guy named CT.
Yeah.
And if CT ever comes back, that's when you're going to see the real challenge. And sure enough, like the next season after I said that to her, CT came on. And I was like, there's CT. You're about to find out why they talk about CT so much, even when he's not on the show. Because people are always scared that they're going to see CT show up.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, the challenge, we're hooked on the challenge. And in the last one, this one's going to be a little curveball probably.
Okay, let's hear it.
We watch The Bachelor.
Oh, man.
And here is why I'm not saying my wife watches The Bachelor.
Chuck watches The Bachelor.
I watch The Bachelor, and I watch it for the wrong reasons. Okay. And we watch The Bachelor. I want to specify. We watch The Bachelor and not The Bachelorette.
Okay, yes.
And that is because
this is one guy surrounded by tons of females.
The Bachelor is one guy, lots of females. Bachelorette is one female, lots of guys.
Yes.
Problem with Bachelorette, the dudes are on their best behavior.
Okay.
They want to look good for the camera, look good for the girl. And so it's kind of a sham.
The girls are not.
The Bachelor, them girls will do anything for a rose, and they'll do anything to stay on that show. And them girls get freaking nuts and nasty, and it is so darn entertaining. So
That's great.
we don't watch it for like the love story. We watch it for the train wreck. Because them girls that go on The Bachelor are freaking nuts.
That's hilarious.
And a lot of them are from Dallas.
Yeah.
There's actually one firecracker from last year who made freaking waves when she was on The Bachelor.
Yeah.
And I cannot think of her name. Oh,
I remember
Demi.
hearing
Demi.
Yeah.
Because her handle on Instagram is I am Demi, not Lovato, or something like that. So her name's Demi, little firecracker blonde from like Red Oak.
Really?
In Dallas. And dude, but there's always people from Dallas and Texas.
We watched that a time or two, but we just don't. We don't. But it is entertaining.
And we started figuring out like we're into like behind the scenes, and we find out that they like usually film that they deprive them of sleep and get them all liquored up. So when they're filming like the ceremonies when all the crap goes down, it's like 4 a.m. They've been up for like 14 hours and they're drunk.
Emotional.
Oh, yeah. That's when you got to get emotional. And then they start breaking the rules and they start cat fighting. And I haven't had my time yet. And she's already talked to him 2 times tonight. I'm going to go confront her. Dude, we watch The Bachelor for comedic purposes. I do not care who wins.
Right.
Of course, we're like, oh, no, he's picking her.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I don't watch it for the love story. I don't care who wins, really. I just want to see the worse, the better. And the best, I think what worked for us is the first season we finally got on board with it. If there was one guy, his name was called, I don't know, Juan Pablo. He has been excommunicated from the Bachelor community because he was by far the worst Bachelor of all time. He was basically went on the show to hook up with girls. And the girls fed into it. It was like the most train wreck of all Bachelor seasons ever. And that was our first one. And we were like, this is awesome, but not for why everyone else watches it. This is great. Like he was hooking up with people before the end of the show and everything. Wow. And then he was like, I think he whittled it down to like the last 2. And the one of the 2 we thought he'd pick. On the way there, she got like off the plane, like the proposal part, and she's crying and stuff. Come to find out, he basically couldn't remember her name or something, but he told her like, "I like the way you blank blank blank."
Gosh, no way.
And so she was like, "That's all he remembers of me." That's
wow.
So she's like crying. Yeah. He was such a jerk, and it was great television. So we watch trash TV at the Nasser household.
That's great.
So yeah, that's random wild ass television if we
stuff.
get around to television.
Good stuff. Yeah,
So,
if we choose to sit down and watch TV that night.
so yeah. Whew,
That's
okay,
what I'm watching.
that was a lot.
That's what Chuck's watching.
Whether
I can't wait to cover the rest of this stuff. Netflix.
Yeah, we're
HBO, YouTube.
the Netflix HBO one's going to be great, and YouTube is going to be pretty. I think people are very interested about the podcast one, so I think
Yes.
that's probably the next
Got a lot of good podcasts.
3 ones we're going to do.
Yeah.
Is we're going to do HBO/Netflix,
Yep.
so like a streaming one.
Yeah.
Then we're going to do
YouTube.
podcast, and then we'll do YouTube.
Okay.
So not necessarily in that order, but those are the 3
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
up,
Stay
and then
tuned.
that'll finish off the series, I think.
Heck yeah.
But anyway, let's give sports and let's get out of here so we can go dude night.
Let's do it.
Hey guys, let's take a second to talk about Beard Supply. Beard Supply is a beard company. It's that simple. They make 100% all natural products for your beard. They got soaps, oils, waxes, balms, kits. They also have tools. They have scissors, combs, anything you could possibly need to keep your beard looking fresh, smelling good, feeling good, looking good. They got you covered. Right now, go to beardsupply.com, use the code MDC Podcast, and receive 50% off any oil to get you started. That's MDC Podcast. Get you 50% off any oil at beardsupply.com. Beard care for a wild life. Yeah, so let's do sports quick. First off, looks like the Golden State Warriors dynasty is coming to an end, possibly, especially if KD leaves.
Yeah.
They are now
He's still out, right?
He's still out. He's not coming back.
Yeah.
Unless he does now, but I doubt it. The Toronto, so we're recording on Saturday. Last night, Friday, they went up 3-1
Yep.
on Golden State. So probably maybe by the time this airs,
Could be over.
it could be over.
Kawhi Leonard went off last night.
Kawhi Leonard's been going off, and the Warriors are injured. I mean, they're injury after injury after injury. They're kind of hosed at this point, unless Clay, Steph, and all them can just turn it on. But I think at this point, down 3-1 without KD, whether it's next game or Game 6, they're done.
Yeah.
They're done. So finally, kind of
Okay.
interesting to see Golden State kind of possibly be on the verge of going down, and it wasn't LeBron that did it to him.
Yeah.
So Kawhi,
Dude.
who they're now calling the King of the North,
No.
because their slogan's like "We are the North," because
That's
it's
awesome.
Toronto.
Yeah.
They're the only Canadian team, so they
love it.
really embrace that. Now they basically he's King of the North.
I love it.
So anyway, Toronto's up 3-1 on Golden State. Maybe NBA champions by the
gonna
time
be good.
this hits the airwaves.
He's also suing Nike. Did you hear that?
No, I did not.
What?
Did not. Why is he suing Nike?
Apparently, I don't know all the details. Apparently, Nike is using a logo that Kawhi came up with. I don't remember what it's for, but
Okay.
that came out this week. He's suing Nike,
Interesting.
which I thought was interesting. I thought
Why-
it was
why-
interesting for that to happen
I did not know that.
during the finals.
Very low key.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Go check that out.
Okay. And he's going to be a free agent this summer.
Yeah,
Too, so,
yeah.
but now they're saying probably he's going back to Toronto. So
Really?
he was linked to the Lakers, but now because of their run and now probably win a championship, he might stay in Toronto.
Yeah. Don't
So,
do that, bro.
Anyway, NBA Finals, and then also NFL news. Been a while since we had some NFL news.
It's creeping up.
Philadelphia Eagles have decided to pay Carson Wentz
Did see this.
4 years, $128 million.
Yeah.
Which is basically comes out to $32 million a year. So he's locked up.
Must be nice.
And now they're basically the next domino to fall in all this is Dak Prescott. And I really don't care what Dak gets paid because I
It ain't
think
gonna be that.
he might, dude. Go back. Carson Wentz has not played a full season of football since he started.
But he's not Dak Prescott.
He's not Dak Prescott.
He's better than Dak Prescott.
Well,
with
the
his accuracy.
stats and the numbers don't say that because Carson Wentz hasn't even been playing in the playoffs where the Eagles have been winning. It was Nick Foles.
Okay, real quick question, and we don't have to get into it. Do you think the Cowboys will actually pay that much for Dak Prescott?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have to.
I don't want to get into it, but yeah,
Well, I mean,
it's good to know. I just want to know your opinion.
the quick statement on it is they have to.
Okay.
Because
True.
the other question is, if you don't pay Dak Prescott, where's your quarterback coming from?
True.
And who's it going to be?
I agree. I'm just.
But
We'll see.
regardless of stats, Dak's a winner. He's won us 2 NFC East titles.
Agreed.
Been to won 3 playoff games. That's more than Tony Romo has done
It's true.
in almost Tony Romo's whole career.
It's true.
So mark that down.
Okay.
No matter how you feel about Dak, Dak's getting paid. It's
He is.
It's just
I just don't know that it'll
they
be
need to get
equivalent
it. They
to
need to
Carson
get
Wentz.
it done now because the longer they wait, the more it's going to cost them.
Yeah.
Because the money just keeps going up.
Yeah.
So it's probably going
Good
to be
for Carson Wentz.
right in
He
the same.
deserves it.
I guess. I hope that he gets.
I think he's a good QB.
I hope he keeps getting hurt and the Eagles keep having to sit on that.
Well,
So,
yeah. I'm not a fan of the Eagles, but
I don't know.
you know what I saw?
I'm gonna have to dig in and see
Did
if
you see
people are
that
mad about
DeMarcus
that.
Lawrence tweet?
Yeah, he hates quarterbacks. It's great.
I loved it. Okay.
But because he also had a similar one when they announced Eli Manning was coming back and was going to be the starter
Yeah,
for the Giants.
yeah.
So, I think he said the general manager for the Giants is like a national treasure. Keep him in there at all costs or whatever because he's hungry to knock down some quarterbacks. So anyway,
he basically said something along the lines of like he likes it when quarterbacks get paid because he likes to humble them out on the field.
well, they said, but do you like Dak Prescott? And he's like, I like Dak Prescott because he's my quarterback, and he knows that. He knows if he was on another team, I would not like him.
Right, yeah.
So, D-Law.
I like it.
Nice. But yeah, Wentz gets paid, and we'll see how that works
Right
out,
on.
and we'll see what it means for Dak.
So real quick, you got anything else?
No, that's it. You finished.
So Women's World Cup, I just want to put that out there. I'm a soccer fan, so Women's World Cup is underway officially as of yesterday. It's in the host country is France this time around. So France is projected to have a really, really good chance at winning the World Cup. So this would be the second time ever that a host nation could potentially win the World Cup. First one that ever did that was none other than USA.
Yeah, and we're the
the
defending
90s.
defending Cup champions.
Yeah, wait, not the 90s.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
because I remember that's when old girl took her shirt off.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's right.
not like exposed her breast,
Yeah.
but
Well,
she won a shootout.
I just got confused. I
whipped her
confused
shirt
myself.
off, and she had a sports
I
bra on.
confused myself because we won the last World Cup.
We did. So that's
but
what
it
I'm saying.
wasn't in the U.S.
No.
Okay.
So we are defending champions.
Yes. Anyways,
So.
I'm excited just genuinely because it's soccer and women's soccer, especially the U.S. team, is really freaking good.
U.S. team is legit.
So good.
Solid.
I like watching them almost more than
Dude, I was hooked on the last World Cup
Yeah,
when they
I
went on
was
that
too.
crazy run.
I was too.
So I'm
excited.
The crazy part is I probably know more U.S. women's soccer players than I do U.S. men at this point.
Well,
US
yeah. By the time the next men's
the-
World Cup rolls around, we're not going to know,
It's going to be mostly new people.
which is okay with me because it's time for that. to
right,
happen.
but that's just where we're at. Is
Yeah.
the U.S. team, women's team, is that much better than the guys?
Yeah.
And I would say that much more famous
Yes.
in the U.S. as far as the guys.
Most
so
definitely.
I know more U.S. women's soccer players than men's.
I'm excited to see that matchup, U.S. and France, because, like I said, France is projected to have a really good chance at winning in their host nation. So, anyways, that kicked off yesterday. It's underway. Women's World Cup.
We're going to be watching that.
Heck yeah!
So, all
that
right,
it?
That's it.
Right on, man.
Let's get
Let's
out
go-
of here.
Let's go. Let's go have a dude's night.
Yeah. So we are going to take a break next week. There will be no new episode. It is Father's Day weekend.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take a break, spend time with the family.
We're fathers. That's how we roll.
They come first, right?
Yeah.
Family first. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be back in 2 weeks with
Yeah.
a new episode. And as always, if you want the fresh track, you want to listen to
It's
Cody's.
a good time to catch up on the previous episodes, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I
Always
didn't
good.
mean to interrupt.
No, it's good. Go check out the
Check out the
previous
rest of
episodes.
Yeah, previous episodes.
Maybe ones you missed. Want to go back and check something. Also, if you want to check out the fresh tracks Cody's talking about, get on our
I'm
Instagram.
gonna post it.
You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Modern Dude Chat. You can find me at Modern Chuck.
Cody Murph, CODYMURF.
That's gonna do it. Did I cut you off early? Sorry,
Wait. Apologize about that, please.
Cody. I sincerely apologize for being such a big jerk to you.
I'm just kidding. Let's get the heck out of here, dude.
All right, we'll catch you next time.
Peace.